Today I am at Grayson Lake. It's the main marina area. I'll show driving directions from Ashland, which are very easy. Basically, you go 64 to Grayson. It's exit 172. At the top of that exit, you're going to turn left toward Grayson Lake State Park, and then you just drive straight. I mean, literally straight. I'll also show the spillway at Grayson. You can fish there, but it's, a little limited, and you would have to walk on the rocks. But I will show the spillway, and then as I get out into the lake here in my kayak, I'll show you some of the depths of areas where you can bank fish, so you get an idea on what to expect when you're fishing here from the bank at Grayson Lake. It is a beautiful day. It is clear blue skies, a bit windy, so that's going to be a challenge in my kayak, but you know what, anymore I'm used to it, so it just is what it is. I've got my cool Bose sunglasses on that actually play tunes, so I'll be listening to some great music and enjoying the lake. On 64 you will see exit 172, which is going to Grayson. At the top of this exit, you'll turn left, and you will be heading toward Grayson Lake State Park. Driven straight through Grayson, and you're still going straight, made no turns, and you're on Highway 7, and this will actually take you to the park. There is a bait store and tackle store on the way. I'll show that to you up here. It'll be a few miles down the road. Right here on the right is the bait and tackle store. It's called T&T Outdoors, Tussie and Tussie Outdoors. They have gas, they have bait, and they have tackle. I bought a rod here actually, so nice place. Just as you're coming into Grayson, you'll see off to the left, it looks like an old road, which I'm guessing is what it was. Now, I've never fished here before, but I see cars parked here fairly often, and right down there is the lake. So I'm guessing you can park here and then walk down there and go fishing. So that's one of the first spots you could fish here at Grayson. This again, of course, as always, is for the bank fishermen. The Grayson Lake Spillway does have bank access, and I'll show you where you turn. It's not really marked, it's kind of interesting. So over there is, of course, the main lake and marina, and now we're on top of the dam, and I'll show that to you on my kayak here in a little bit. But to get down to the spillway, just as you come across the dam, you see Shelter 4 below dam and nature trail. You want to turn right. It doesn't say downstream area or spillway or anything, and you're going to go down toward, it said Shelter 4. It's basically a creek, which, it's not a bad deal. They do release trout here. I am not sure of the actual schedule for trout release. It's a pretty little place. It could get crowded pretty quick though, obviously, as you can tell, but there is bank access all down through there where you could fish if you wanted to. There are some other spots down here on that creek where you can walk down and actually fish down there. There's little pathways down there. So a little more rustic, I suppose, but for you bank fishermen, if you're looking for a spot to go, this would be someplace you could actually head to at Grayson and give the spillway waters a chance. The actual spillway up there is not very deep. I don't know, it's not like a lot of your typical Kentucky Lake spillway. So the main fishing area would actually be back this way toward where the actual creek starts. So this is Grayson Lake Dam. Like all the areas I'll show you when we talk about the dam area, still laugh when I say that, you're going to have to hike down there to get there. I have seen people fishing down there. There is parking right over here. So there is parking. You can park here, but you would have to hoof it down there to the dam. There is a little, it's almost like a water runoff that you could walk down. You could also walk down this grassy embankment. Parking over there would be very limited. I think there may be a couple spots over there you could park and walk down that side, which is not as steep, it looks like. But that's the dam. I will show you that in my kayak. and kind of let you know what's going on as far as water depths go and that kind of thing. Just as you come across the dam, you'll see a sign that says shelters 1, 2, and 3, and you want to turn left, and that will take you down to the main marina. For some reason, it doesn't say marina coming this direction. Coming from the other side, it does say marina. Here you will see a sign, well, it says marina right there. So anyway, you just want to come basically straight down the hill, as you can see, and that's the main Grayson Marina. And all of this would, for the most part, be bank access. So there are a lot of things here for kids to do. There's a big playground up there on the hill. But all of this, well, most of this would be bank access. I'll come up here to the main launching ramp and kind of let you see what's here. But this is all nicely mown, or nicely mowed. I guess this is very well kept. Let's put that away. God, who knows? Mown, mowed, or well kept, it's all that. And you can see off to the right are the picnic shelters and things, and all of that area would be access for you to fish from. This is the launching ramp right here. It looks like, just like at Paintsville Lake, they're doing some modifications and improvements, which is nice to see our tax dollars at work. But you could fish all through here. I don't think they want you fishing on the ramp, obviously, but you can fish all down through here. This would all be bank access. You can't swim there, but you could fish. So let's just take a trip real quick and we'll go in here and see what it says. So again, another area where you could come, you could park your car and walk and just fish. Right there is the handicap pier, which is very nice. They have a ton of Christmas tree cover around that pier, which would make for some great areas to fish, because that's a lot of fish attractors stuck down there. And then all down through there you can walk the bank and fish up to the dam. I don't think you can get to the dam from there. I believe that's all fenced off, but that area too would be a place you can fish. So you've got all of that area, this area, and then what I showed you coming into the marina for bank fishing. So just know at Grayson there are a lot of opportunities at the main marina to fish. Well, this has been a process, as a fact, Jack. Okay, of course the wind's whipping right now. Love the wind. Yes, I do. It's awesome. Okay, right off the ramp here, I am in 8-9 foot of water. I'm not even gonna try and fish here. I'm just gonna go. God, the wind's blowing so hard, it's blowing me sideways. All right, let's back up. All right, it's gonna be that kind of day, but you know what? It's all right, I'm out here, right? Okay, this is 15 foot of water out here. I'm gonna go down this bank that mirrors the picnic shelter, so y'all can kind of get an idea of depth. 17, 19, 20. There's some fish right there. So, okay, coming off that first, well, actually the second bench, I'm at 21 feet of water. A lot of fish. Looks like it drops off here. We go this way a little bit. Yeah, 19, 18. So there's a drop off here. Interesting. So if you're fishing here, just know within a casting distance from the riprap there on the shore. Now I'm in 13 feet, 12 foot of water. So lots of fish. Seen lots of marks down here. So basically 13 feet of water here. Back there toward that first park bench, it was 21, 22 feet. Okay, now I'm dropping off again. So you'll see another bench. It's not a comfortable bench. It's like a flat wooden bench, and it drops off there to 19, back to 17. So 18 feet. So it's pretty deep here. And seeing lots of fish marks, so there are definitely fish here. What they are, I have no idea. I'm just trying not to get blown around by this wind. All right, bench style is what I was trying to say. Bench style seats. There's two toward the end down here. Off the second to last bench style seat, it's 15 feet of water. There looks like to be a hump right there. And then coming on around to the other bench style, 10 feet. So there's a definite drop off. There's some folks down here fishing off the point. So 10 feet of water here. Definitely within casting range. I saw more fish back the other way. Now it's 9 feet. It's getting shallower. It's interesting. All right, so 9 feet. 8 foot of water. 7 foot of water. And you see some folks out enjoying this beautiful day. It's only 6 feet deep here though. They probably don't know that, but if you watch this video, you would know. 7 feet. And yeah, back there, there's that drop off, and it was, you know, anywhere from what, 15 to 22 feet of water. 8 feet of water still. 9 feet. All right, so heading down toward the very end of this picnic riprap area, off that final, second to last green bench. It's 10 foot deep. Get out of these people's way. But it's, yeah, it's only 10 feet deep here, so not super deep. All the way down through here to the end of that riprap, it's hitting 13 foot deep now toward the head of that little cove. 14, so it's dropping off again. So hopefully I'll give you some ideas on depth there if you want to fish beside the well, the picnic area back there. Yep. Well, we got the skunk off. Yay. That bass would have counted yesterday. There you go. On the old wacky worm. Nice. Ooh, he ate that thing. Well, let me do a little bit of work here and I'll be right back. No problem at all. Let me get my board out real quick, just see if this is a 12-incher. That's all I needed yesterday to get on the board, and of course I couldn't get one. So let's see what we got here. We have a free bass. Okay, well, let's just say we're going to call that a 12-inch bass. You know what? Yeah, that was a fast measure, but it's encouraging. Windy day, but the bass are biting. Well, I think we got another one, and this is on something different. I finally decided, I've had these jigs forever. That's another nice one. So that's a little jig with a power bait Ned rig on it. I don't know if he's going to measure 12 or not. We'll hold on to him a little better. I don't think he does, but we'll see. He's probably about 11. That's what I caught yesterday. But I like to dip my board. Whoops. Dip my board first. So they don't get. Yeah, he's only about 10. Well, yeah, about 10. So there you go. Well, that's cool. I've had these jigs, I want to say 3 years, and I've never used them. Of course, like I do, I watched a bunch of videos about stuff, and they talked about them, and so I bought a bunch. I've got this bigger size, and I've got smaller ones. Never used the first one, and I thought, you know what, today is so windy, I'm not going to be able to drop shot, so I put one of those on, and well, second bass in the boat, so very good. That makes me happy. Well, let's see what else wants one. Well, let's see what we got here. Yeah, like I said. Now, you talk about awesome right now. I'm listening to Jimmy Buffett catching a bass on a beautiful spring day. Tell you what, that's a pretty daggum good day. Just a little guy, but you know what? That's all right. Something in the boat. Oh, I missed that one. Dang it. Sometimes it's good to mix things up. That power bait has a scent and a taste almost, so I think I'm getting bluegill poking at it. Yeah, they're pulling at the tail. So all right, let's move out toward the deeper water. I'm only in about 5 foot of water, and usually in the spring, what I've found anyway, I like to try and stay in the, I don't know, 7 to 10 to maybe 12 foot deep water. But see what goes on here. Yeah, they're pulling the tail of it. So we'll get out of the bluegill place and get on down to a little bit deeper water. I jumped to the other side of the lake. I mean, not that anybody cares, but I'm gonna troll for a bit because I want to get back down toward the dam, which is way down there. And the wind's pretty rough out here on the main lake. I was back in a cove, and I can tell you the water temperature dropped 4 degrees. It's 54 degrees here on the main lake. It was 58 degrees back in that cove. So those shallow coves are warming up, and hopefully next week we're gonna have some nice weather. So anyway, I'm gonna troll for a bit and see what happens. Lovely Camp Webb. I have fond memories of that as a kid. Gosh, that was a long time ago, but there's the facilities. I remember doing our swimming, and we had casting and all kinds of cool stuff. Can't believe it's still here, but there it is. Good old Camp Webb. Be held to pay. I figured there'd be one on this stuff. There you go. Now I'm over a year. Gonna start right here. Sorry. There's a little bit of Alan Jackson going there in my ears. All right, man. Dude, chill. You're good. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Actually, it's probably after 5 o'clock here. I think that's about a 10. Yeah, about a 10 incher. All right, there you go, big boy. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Take off, dude. This is the area of the dam. I'm telling this. Come on, people. You got to pick this shit up. This is ridiculous. I mean, if you come down here or whatever you're doing, these are the kind of things that literally kill ducks and geese and any other kind of animal. So if you come down here, do me a favor. Do the park a favor. Clean up after yourselves. This is just ridiculous. So anyway, enough preaching for the day. I wanted to show you all the area where you can see up there is the main road where I showed you at the beginning of the video. This of course is all the area below the dam. This would be the more gentle slope coming down if you wanted to walk down here. Now my problem is my depth finder has gone kaput. In other words, the battery's dead. Let me see if it'll actually turn on here. Oh, it did come on. All right, so I don't have much battery, but let's get some depths here. Okay, I'm sitting here. This is right at the beginning. I'm in 13 feet of water. So let's just go quickly along the dam while I've got a little bit of life here, because I did not know if I had any battery life left. All right, so you're looking at 14 foot of water. That's right off that kind of cleared area where a lot of people fish. Going to 15, 16 feet of water, 17 feet of water, and all this would be within casting range of the dam. Now there's a big drop off. So there's a group of some trees, and one's kind of hanging over the water, and then it's dropping to 23, 24. So right in here is where it drops off, and it's dropping off to 25. Man, there's a lot of fish on my fish finder right now. 27. All right, dropping down to 28, and there are fish all over this fish finder. Now what they are, I have no idea. They do stock hybrid striped bass in this lake, and those might be stripers or hybrids. So I'm at 28 feet of water. Again, I'm just going along here. So it looks like it's kind of bottoming out at 28 feet. So you go from, what I'll say, 13 some feet at the corner. And now as I'm going along here, I'm not quite to the riprap, so I'm still on the grassy area, and I'm at 28. I've hit 29 a couple times, and there are fish all over this marker, or all over my screen, I should say. Fish marks all over my screen. Going on along. All right, now as I'm ending in this grassy area, it's starting to come up again. So now it's 25, 24, coming on up. I don't know what you're all seeing, probably the sun blinding everybody. 21, 22, 20. So as I hit the end of this grassy area, now it's 18 feet. Golly, there are fish everywhere. 16 feet. So right at the end of that grassy area, you have it comes back up. So that whole area down there, it's just a big drop off, which is very nice. I'm in 12 foot of water right now. I would never have thought that right here off the riprap. So as I'm going along, I'm going to go out just a little bit farther. 10 foot of water. 10 foot of water. All right, my depth finder just cut off again on me. So you can see that where the riprap is only 10 to 12 foot deep right here. The deeper spot in the dam was back there where the grassy area was, which is really kind of surprising. Let's see if I can get it to come back on again. It's back on, so let's see what we got here. I'm almost down to the buoys, and I'm back in 20. Well, I missed a drop off. All right, so somewhere wherever back there on the riprap, now I've dropped back into 27 feet of water, and I'm headed toward the buoy here. So now it's 27. So there's a hump. Yeah, it went back off again. So so just know, if you fish down at the dam, that grassy area, and then, you know, I would say maybe halfway down the dam is going to be shallower water, and then it drops back off again into the 27, 28, 30 foot of water. I'm over toward the buoys right now, as you can see. So let me go over here to this dock and see if I can get a little bit of reading here, and that'll be it for this video. Up to the dam from the marina, and right there, that is the handicapped dock or pier that they have built for wheelchair access. So if you have physical limitations, you know, Grayson does have accommodations for you to come out and fish. So you can see this is all grassy now. It's very steep right here. This dock that I just pointed, or the dock back here when I started, it has a gate, so I am guessing that is for official use only. But you can see how steep this is, so I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're a billy goat, you could fish there. But I will give you some depth readings here, just if I can get my depth finder to work again. Let's see what happens here. Okay, came on. Let's see real quick. All right, so 15 feet of water. So we're in 15 feet. I'm gonna head down where these folks are fishing. You can see them right there fishing. Hello, fishing people. The little family out fishing, which is nice. Okay, 12 feet of water. Well, it was more shallow than I thought. 11 feet. It seems to be, there's a drop off out here, but it's getting more shallow. Let's see what it's like closer in. This is 8 foot of water right here. Let's see. 7 foot, 8 foot. This is actually fairly shallow, 6 foot of water. So this little area here by that handicap dock is quite shallow. But looking at the hillside, you would think it was really deep. Now it's 7 foot of water. I'm heading out a little bit. 8 foot of water. Going down to 10, 11, 12. So right before you get to the area where it's you could actually sit down like those folks are, it's 17 feet of water. There are fish marks all over this fish finder. It is crazy. Now that's bait balls, or if that's crappie, but there's a ton of crap right there. It could be a bunch of leaves too, who knows. So this is 17. So down here by this dock where these folks are fishing, it's 18 feet of water. So yeah, there you go. 17 feet of water. So head around to the marina here, and that'll do it. So that gives you some ideas of the water depth. I was afraid I wasn't going to get any readings because my depth finder died on me. Well, it went out again. died on me way back there and I didn't turn it back on. I was hoping I could save some battery for the video. I fished 8 hours yesterday, and then today was a short day. I was really coming out here just to make this video for the marina, or the main marina bank access, and I wanted to fish a little bit, of course, too. And I did not change out my battery. You know, I only have 3 of the darn things, so my fault. But hope this video helps everybody that is looking for places to fish. Obviously there are several families here fishing today, so Grayson will be a great place to bring your kids. There are playgrounds, picnic areas, and a lot of places on the bank where you can sit and fish and hopefully catch something and either take it home for dinner or let it go for another day. Well, that's a wrap for this video. It was a lot of fun today. I didn't have a whole lot of time to fish, but I did still catch something, and I always like to let you know what I used. Of course, wacky worm and Ned rig. I did throw a swim bait a little bit, no bites on that. I threw crankbaits for a little bit, but the new one I caught something on was those jigs, and I tipped them with a power bait type of Ned rig. It had the orange and brown color, I forget what it's called. So something new anyway, and I caught a couple on that. So you'll be seeing those more in upcoming videos, because like I said, out on the lake, I've had those for a long time, just never used them. So, well, that's Grayson Lake Marina, and access you have here from the bank. There's some more people fishing down here, so just know that there's a lot of folks that come here. Very well maintained, and lots of things for kids to do and for families. So have a great evening, and I hope you have a great week next week.